Good evening, everyone. Daniel Miller here. How are you all doing? Hope you had a good day. Hope you enjoyed your work or your time in college or wherever you were. Hoping that you got back home safely and indeed that now's the time to engage with some of your favorite video games. As you know, we are continuing with Destiny, and we had a somewhat shorter absence of 2 weeks because we focused on the promotion of Apex Legends, and as you know, we had many successful Battle Royale clashes on this channel. Many people came in from Destiny veteran community and joined us as well. But now is the time to go back to our Destiny universe. So without further ado, as our broadcast today is going to be fairly short, we are going to be cracking on with our Titan, Human Male, played by DRBMiller. In other words, myself. Yesterday we started with the Taken King DLC. So as you know, the Taken King have revolutionized our Destiny universe once it came out. Everybody was very positive about it, and it is the largest section of DLC in Destiny 1. So we started with a couple of missions yesterday, and many more missions are ahead of us. Therefore, we are just simply going to be cracking on. Actually, we need to go to the tower. We need to remind ourselves of our quests and missions. If I'm not mistaken, we had Kate's Stash as the next mission, and that is going to be reevaluated straight away once we get to the terrace. As you know, before going to battles, we stand really, at the terrace, and then basically we are looking at the distant horizon of our beloved planet, and therefore we are gathering our thoughts before entering our next battle. The reason for that is simple. Anytime you go to battle, you do not know whether you're going to come back dead or alive. And therefore, it's important to focus, to think of the loved ones, to focus on the places you love the best, those which are close to your heart, and then just get that encouragement, that bravery, that resilience, that dedication to persevere. High up in the skies, having those beautiful views always, aren't they wonderful? We want to get another ship as well, you know. We are already on the Taken King, and this ship has been with us almost right from the beginning. So come on, Amanda, wake up, provide us with another one. Amanda Holiday is our quartermaster. As far as the ships are concerned, she doesn't give us any weapons though. Alright, so let's have a look. I think it's Kate's Stash. So we'll standing here for a while at the tower, at the terrace, and look at this. Looks beautiful. We always do that. So firstly we'll have a look and we'll see what our quests are. Kate's Stash is send a colony ship and Cosmodrome in search of Kate's lost cache. Complete mission, Kate's Stash. Cache and stash, here we are, but before we do that, we need to get some of the bounties from our bounty tracker. We are wanting to get some goodies as well at the end of every mission. There we are. Xander is our bounty tracker. We have patrolled the moon 100 times. Has breaking.
Confirmed.
Solar weapon kills. But you know what? I think I've got some of those bounties there already. Well, let's have a look. Solar ability, heavy kills, patrol the dreadnought, grenade kills, hard mages, ultras, solar weapon kills, patrol the moon, patrol the cosmodrome. I think that some of those expired, you know, because it did have some of those there before. Well, I don't want to really rack my brains.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and I shall see you after another battle, sir. We do have Commander Zavala that wants to talk to us, but I do know he has another mission for us, so before we proceed, we are really going to have another battle completed, and this battle is going to be, look at that, isn't this wonderful? Zooming in, but I take a very nice snap of this. I really like it. It's very symmetrical. Right, we've seen our beloved planets, we've been looking at these scenic picture postcard views, and now is the time to engage with our combat and our battles. Off to the Cosmodrome on Earth and attacking some of the mortal enemies of ours. Taken, Cabal, Hives, you name it, there are plenty of those enemies everywhere. Old Russia on Earth, you could see we are being invited to start the Rise of Iron missions. We are not going to do that. Patrol the Cosmodrome and Kate Stash is the mission here. As you could see, level 26 easy. We are going to be doing everything on easy level initially, because otherwise it is not going to register. It's just the way the game wants us to, you know. Yesterday I started that Shadow Thief strike, and there wasn't anybody out there to join in.
His name is Oryx, and he's come all this way to kill you. We're not gonna let him. Oryx controls the Taken from a dreadnought near Saturn, but we can't get close without a stealth drive. Lucky for us, I hid one at the top of an old colony ship before I got roped into the Vanguard.
How do you know it's still there?
You better hope it's there. You won't survive the dreadnought without it.
Off we go. We're given instructions. Okay, Stash is down there. This is very good. Fighting the war amongst themselves by the looks of it.
Cade, we've got a real problem down here.
Let me guess. 4 arms, wear cloaks, smell real bad.
Not fallen. Taken.
Thought we'd have more time.
Oh, boo. Boo. What are the weapons they're using? It's just so powerful, I don't know. Dang it on me. Easy difficulty level and still seems to be quite difficult. there he is. Like these were the ones.
How bad is it?
Taken everywhere. Fighting the Fallen.
Earth's gonna look a lot like Phobos if you don't find that stealth drive.
I better be quick then, sir. I shall find the stealth drive. No enemy soldiers will be left standing. Fear God, honor the King. Don't tell me that I died.
Okay, you're gonna find a vault door. There's a trick to getting through it, so let me know when you're there.
Aye, Commander. I will tell you once I find a trapdoor, and then I will destroy the enemy.
The door's already open, Cade. We're inside.
And the flux grenades didn't detonate? I gotta get out of this tower.
What are the chances the elevator still works?
Minimal.
We're heading up. Cade, when's the last time you rode this elevator?
Relax. It works fine. But Stand by for a resurrection, Ghost.
From this height, I can pick up taken energy reads throughout the Cosmodrome. You know I was here, looking for you when the first Fallen crews came through. It started with one skiff. A few months later, the Cosmodrome was theirs. The Taken have done it in hours. How do we find your stealth drive?
There's a bridge from the tower to the ship. Took me days to get it working. It's a little unstable, so watch your step.
Cade, someone moved the bridge. Destroyed the controls.
Yeah, that's the Fallen. Probably trying to keep the Taken off their backs. See if you can reroute the power.
There's still an active feed moving through those pipes overhead. Guardian, if you find the source, I can patch the circuit.
Once you get the bridge working, my stash is in the ball on top of the colony ship.
We're still waiting for details on this plan of yours, Cade.
Yeah. Give me a second, Guardian.
Oh, where do I go now? Forgot about it. Going down there. That must be it. Nice.
Alright, back in business. Hey, the bridge is already moving. Now get to the top of the colony ship where I left my stash and watch yourself on that bridge.
Jumping here. Bob is here. Hello Bob, how are you doing? Thanks for coming, thanks for joining our community here.
Any advice on which way to go?
Yeah, up.
What's happened now? Well, it fell in a hole. Let's see where we need to go. As I remember, it was somewhere up here. Oh, he pushed me outside. Look at that. Not good. Nearly missed it. He pushed me outside again! That's ridiculous! Boo! Wait a minute. Is this where I need to go? No. It's the other way. It's the other level up, of course. Nearly forgot about it. And this time, guess what? I pushed myself downstairs into the abyss. I remember having some trouble with that in the past as well. So it was good, really good fun revisiting when there was a glitch or there was some sort of error of judgment. And yesterday, in fact, I raced through one of the sections that were causing me a lot of difficulty when I was a warlock. So let me think. What do I do? This time I did succeed. Hello, Mini Slapper. Thanks for the cheer. And for that bit. Indeed, this was what you would call a full fish. Yeah, that's right. That was that bit called full fish. Let's see where we are. Whether we are doing good. We're doing reasonably well. No, that's the entrance. And we need to go up here by the looks of it. To go up there. And then there. Don't tell me I'm going to fall into the abyss again. Because that's what I don't want. What I do want is throwing some grenades out there. So that's going to be fun. You can walk in there a bit as well. Diatrope. No. He's that well. Titan is mighty. Captains are weak. That's good. Oh no. Yeah, I remember that. That was a bit tricky.
Don't look down.
Absolutely not. to be looking at my position. There. Beautiful. Showing the views, and I'm being attacked by those wretched shanks. You got what you deserve, right? Right. Why is it still alive? Got some ammunition in here. But I do think I need to grab that. Wait a minute. Okay. That's good, and that's probably where we need to... Oh no, it's not the last destination. I thought it was. There's got to be another one by the looks of it. Look at him.
I will be done! Vengeance for Crota! God looks all.
Oryx.
Talk now.
No, we need to be firing at him. Matthias is here. Hello, Matthias. How are you doing? Good to see you. I missed him. defeated.
That thing seemed pretty mad. Oryx must still be holding a grudge for us. You know, killing Crota.
Certain.
Things won't get any easier on the Dreadnought. You find my stealth drive?
Are you sure it's still here?
It's like all things. You gotta know where to look. Enter frequency 5982, Ghost.
$5982. This is where it is.
There it is.
The best hiding places are always in plain sight. Transmat it out of there. I'll get it set up. Just do me a favor. If you find anything else I've hidden, leave it for me. There'll be treasure enough for everyone on the Dreadnought.
For certain, sir. For certain. Fear God, honor the King. And it looks like we need to go to Dreadnought now. Hi, Matthias. How are you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. I've had my Destiny stream yesterday, and there's a shortish Destiny stream today as well. And we'll carry on with Destiny every day. Just that we've had 2 weeks of Apex, and therefore unable to slot everything in, I'm afraid, because obviously time is of essence, as you know. And we had lots of fun, I have to say. It's been lots of fun. But as the game carries on, into the third week, you could see the difference in the profile of players that come in, and particularly with randomly selected gamers. So it's been very, very poor during the last sort of 5 to 6 days with people coming in because they really didn't know what they were doing, and therefore we sort of cut down on the streams. And in addition to that, 2 weeks was good enough, for that promotion. There we are. Back to base.
Maintenance pending.
Ship.
Requesting visual confirmation.
That's
Yep,
Amanda.
that's the last one. Port side.
Cade's there as well.
Confirmed.
Interest in tech, Cade? Isn't this Eris Morn ship?
Is it? Huh. You're a true artist. Can't even see the join.
Cute. But Zavala's got sign-off on all launches. Need a log while I'm letting it go.
Stargazing tour? Okay. How about an unsanctioned op, using modified stealth tech, to infiltrate a dreadnought above Saturn's rings, so we can knock out its weapons, create a transmat zone, and send in the cavalry?
How about test flight? It'll be waiting for you when you're ready.
Me? Oh, I'm not flying that thing.
There we are. He's waiting for us to come back. But let's see whether we are going to go back to Cade or whether we'll go to Cosmodrome first. Quite curious. I think that mission is already allocated. The Dreadnought, actually. Survived the Dreadnought super weapon and established a beachhead for the Vanguard. Complete mission, the Dreadnought. Alright, so that's the next mission. We did complete one of our badges already. We got some spin metal and some reputation. Some upgrades as well. Another perk on our rocket launcher. Last resort. Sprint play. Increases the reload speed on the weapon when mag is empty. The weapon handles and reloads faster when the wielder is the last living player of the fire team. No, we'll do the other one. Keep the other one. Confined launch. Smart drift control. Alright, just need a quick draw at the end, which is going to be very useful. And in fact, without further ado, off to Dreadnought. lot of action tonight. There we are. Off to... just a moment. Yeah, it's automatically giving us the access, didn't have to go into the map. So there we are, off to the Dreadnought. I remember there's this one section I have to be jumping to different levels, and that is a nightmare. Hope it's not this one. Don't like jumping down there, I have to admit. In fact, that section I find probably most annoying or frustrating compared to everything else. There's some other jumping sections as well, but I think this one was particularly irritating. It's the way that those platforms were designed was a bit inconsistent. Matthias is saying must be easy with a high light level.
One blast from the Dreadnought.
When you're through, it'll never fire again. Just don't forget to plant the transmat link so other Guardians can land. Not everybody's got stealth tech and a ship that smells like hive. Good luck, Guardian.
Activating stealth drive.
Thank you, sir. Proceeding. Fear God, honor the King. Beautiful cinematics in action,
I'm picking
yet
up
again.
fluctuations in the power conduit.
Oh, relax. I modified the tech myself. Probably just Saturn's radio storms running interference.
It's malfunctioning.
Did you break my stealth drive?
You think they can see us? I think they can see us!
What happened? Everything all right?
Why wouldn't we be all right? We're just stuck here with no ship and no transmat zone.
Great. Told you my stealth drive would work.
There we are. We landed. Beautiful cinematics. Matthias is here and he says must be easy with a high light level. Yeah, I would say so. I think I can really tell what the difference
I'd like to tell you the
is.
strength of the city is behind you, but as long as that Dreadnought's still firing, we can't risk reinforcements. Head inside, see if you can find whatever's powering that weapon.
Just coming back to Matthias, I am very, very pleased that I was able to get both the light levels high up and also the basic game levels to 40 right at the beginning. Because really, when you start the game with level 40 and 380, 390 light, it is a different game. It really is. And I'm very pleased that for, you know, the third run on the game with my Titan, I was able to get that because my perspective in the game was very much based on what I've seen through Warlock and through Hunter. But in fact, when you start with Warlock first, then I think it's probably the most difficult because you have nothing else to rely on. Already with Hunter, you can get some of the stuff from stash, from the vault, and you know, but in this instance I'm going through the story missions with that high light level, and therefore it is much easier than before. And the enemies are very easy to neutralize. Some of the bosses perhaps not as easy, but still, it does help. I just realized, you know, what importance the power of the main character really is. I sort of underestimated it right at the beginning when I joined the Destiny world, but obviously I'm fully aware of that now, particularly after my Destiny veterans friends had told me about it. But on the other hand, also through my own personal experience of the gameplay so far.
Same thing we saw right before Phobos fell apart. Might be some kind of probe. Expect trouble.
Matthias is asking me, did I get the sleeper quest done? I didn't yet, no. I've had a shorter stream yesterday, and there's going to be a short stream today due to my current time constraints, and I've not done it yet, I'm afraid. But I will have to look it up on Google and then, you know, unlock it. But I think it's in a different character. It's on the hunter, I think. You know, all will be done in due course. Where am I going? I'm going completely... It's the wrong way, right? Looks like the right way. How's the Resident Evil 2 remake DLC going? I've seen it.
Give me a second. I'll check with Eris.
I've seen some news related to it.
Yeah, she says it's probably just a resonance spell, whatever that is. So just don't trust anything.
I think you mentioned yesterday that.
How about you let me out and I'll take a look?
You said that you weren't still doing it, or that you're still waiting for, you know, some free time or so. Oh, you've done it. All right. So DLC you've done, the latest one. Across that, which is good. Matthias says if you beat all three, a fourth appears that it has waves of zombies. Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, I've seen some clips and some news. It looked really like a lot of fun. And I think overall the game was so well received that, you know, we have no fear. There will be other Resident Evil remakes for certain. And I'm also certain that all the other developers will be considering doing some of their favorite golden oldies. You know, to me, Resident Evil doesn't seem to be that old. But I guess to some people it might be like a really long while ago since we had it. But I must tell you, when we had PlayStation 1 introduced, when it came out first in the 90s, it was quite a, you know, revolutionary invention, because lots of the PC games had problems with being operational on various PC systems, and with consoles you had everything done, you know. And I remember doing Resident Evil, Silent Hill. What was the other one? Well, Call of Duty I did also, the originals, you know, Underground, and then what was the other one? X-Files I remember playing as well, which is a good old little game. In Cold Blood I've done some adventure games. G-Force I think was a very good one also, you know, the kind of a sci-fi shooter. Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark indeed, yes. Both PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. Resident Evil 1, 2 and 3. Silent Hill 1, 2 and 3. But Silent Hill 1 was on the PlayStation 1. I have to really, you know, look at my records and sort of remember. But I do remember Resident Evil and Silent Hill were played through my home cinema system, and I played also those games with some of my friends, and that was terrific fun, because, you know, at that time you only had a few cinemas with that kind of atmospheric surround sound in Britain, and already had it at home, which was quite something. And the projector was also very, very good. It was a top-notch sharp projector at the time, top of the range. I exchanged that projector with Sony Pro, you know, which is used in cinemas. And interestingly enough, I got it on very, very low price, because a company that was installing it for a billionaire, British billionaire, I'm not going to mention his name because it's very well known. He has his own kind of screening room in his mansion, and that's used for auditions, which they're doing for certain kinds of acts. And then he had this beautiful Sony Pro LCD projector, which is used in cinemas. I know that the BFI had it, and just the lens of that projector cost about £3,000. And he basically had this lens, which was for the rooms that were, you know, palatial and large in size, and you couldn't get proper zoom on it in order to have the best quality pictures. They're like a really professional Sony lens. So he wanted to swap that one for a projector which is less good in order to get the bigger picture in a smaller room, and therefore he swapped it. And the company that does the installations basically, you know, were given that projector for free. And because the projector was no longer new anymore, they brought it back to their shop, and the projector is very big and bulky and therefore occupying a lot of space. They just want to get rid of it. So I got it for £50, and the actual projector was originally costing £15,000. And you know, it was absolutely extraordinary. They even provided me with delivery to my home, because they were doing some work in my local area. So ever since, I've been watching through that Sony projector, which is astonishing. The trouble I had was similar to the gent who was the original owner. I did have a very large room, and still it seemed too small for that lens, because the lens, you know, if you were zooming, then it would somewhat distort the image. You couldn't, because it's done for, you know, for cinemas basically, you know. So if you are having a cinema-sized kind of room, then you get the biggest picture possible, and it's adjustable. Not ideal for, well, it's not actually a projector which has been designed for home usage, and therefore, you know, that was the problem. So coming back to the story, I basically connected it to all of my devices and I watched everything, and you know, it's just amazing. The only trouble is, if you get used to the 4K and you know, OLED TV sets of today, which are highly illuminated and backlit, then you will find that projector will give you the image which is very sharp but not as highly illuminated. And if you are brightening it up too much, then you get a bit of pixelation. And I guess the latest 4K projectors are no longer having that problem, but the projector I have definitely did have that problem. And because it's a bit of an older projector, but still very, very good machine. And you know, when you connect it to 12 speakers, think about it, you play Resident Evil, or you play Silent Hill, or you play Destiny or any other game, it gets very, very atmospheric. Not to say that a very high quality headset wouldn't provide you with the same, it would. But I think if you have a large home, you're in a large room, and particularly if you're a bit sort of secluded from your neighbours, because, you know, I used to watch some of the war films like Black Hawk Down, Apocalypse Now, and Full Metal Jacket, and, you know, a lot of explosions. And if you're in a residential area, and if you are not in possession of, you know, correct soundproofing, then that could literally feel like war breaking out next door. Really, really thumping, and with subwoofer, you know, you can feel the oomph when you have tanks firing. I remember watching Courage Under Fire with Denzel Washington and Meg Ryan. There's lots of tank battles in there. My goodness, it felt like you were in Iraq, you know, it was just incredible. Good fun though. But I think presently I would resort to high quality 4K or OLED TVs. And I tell you why. The ease of use. With projectors, you always have a lot of fiddling. You have to either set them up if they're not constant, you know, mounted, and you have to be doing a bit of, you know, tuning in if you're using different devices. They will not work always the same. if you are switching from, let's say, your Xbox One to your set-top box, Sky set-top box for TV programs, or if you are connecting it to your Blu-ray stroke DVD player or video VHR or any other. So there's always a bit of a bit of fiddling, a bit of hassle, and that's one of the reasons why I rarely watch films on spools on my spool projectors, the old ones, because it takes up a lot of time, and the times have changed. We have instant access on Netflix and Amazon and other portals, and it's so much easier to just click and watch without any trouble, particularly if you have guests, if you're doing it together with other people. But to tell you the truth, watching and playing Alone in the Dark, Silent Hill and Resident Evil on that home cinema setup with my projector and 12 speakers was astonishing, and everybody who did that together with me loved it. Some people were really scared. I remember one of the friends was literally running away from our living room because she was so scared of those flying beasts in Silent Hill. Oh, I missed him. Those were the days. And you know what? There weren't that many video games out there. What I find difficult today is simply spending time going through the catalogue of Xbox, PS and PC games. It's astonishing. There's so many games out there, and then you just, you find some games you never heard about and you want to find out a bit more about them. It is a very, very time-consuming exercise. As you know, I was running until recently a daily bulletin on the industry news, and the bulletin will be brought back, but I have to really use another PC setup for that. Because, well, to put it honestly and bluntly, if you're on Twitch has very precise algorithms which are monitoring all of your activity. So let's say you get 50 people who are constantly coming to your channel and watching everything, and they'll be always tied to a particular game if you are streaming on console, because automatically the console will be putting you to the channel of that game, i.e. Destiny or Apex or any other. So if you're doing something else, which should be in a separate forum, and if it's being launched through a wrong channel, like I was using Heavy Rain setup, which has very atmospheric music and beautiful graphics and that for my news, then nobody is going to be coming in, which is affecting your algorithms on the channel, and that's the main reason as to why the news were absent of late. I'll have to do them on my PC, and I'll have to work out a system to which I'll do them. I'll backdate them, and they'll go back to late December when I stop doing them. But they're really ideal for communication on various things that are currently happening, and just basically to keep everyone fully informed. And coming back to my point, it is overwhelming when you do that research, because there's so many games out there. Blockbusters are well advertised, and you'll get across all the portals like GameSpot, Game Informer, IGN, and Video Gaming News, etc. All of them will be focusing on the blockbusters, but then there are many, many other games that are very obscure and hardly known and equally interesting. So there's a lot of work spent on that research. It was much easier in those days because obviously you knew what games were out. There weren't that many. I used to go to a shop in Notting Hill, Notting Hill in central London. It was the first shop in the United Kingdom that was given the authority by Microsoft to be selling second-hand any computer PC games. And they had lots of games in there. So I was there literally, every couple of days. And was always very interested in having a look whatever they had. Bought lots of games there, but they were not cheap, In those days, on average, if you're buying a second-hand PC game, it would cost you on average between £20 and £30. So they were very expensive, and that would have been somewhere between 25 and 50% off depending on the game. The games were costing at the time about £60 on average, new ones, the PC games. But my point was, purely about the sheer number of those games coming out. And obviously we all get attached to blockbusters, but there are lots of other interesting indie games, and one has to really go through all the lists.
You've only scratched the surface of the Dreadnought.
I look at everything.
Hive keep vital operations deep in the core of their architecture. You're gonna have to get your hands dirty.
Oh, I was fortunate. This was not fortunate. Let's remember how I've done that before. Walk there. Okay. Yeah, I remember that this time, so it worked out alright. And that was beautiful.
That energy powers the weapon. Cade, what do we do?
Okay,
Matthias
hold on.
says he will be right
Eris
back.
is going on about
No worries,
breaking
sir.
the necrotic... Ah, just shoot it.
Ah, there's a shield up. Let me take it down for you.
No worries, sir, we'll be here until about 8:45, still about 9-10 minutes to go. Okay.
Okay, it's down. But I'm picking up other channels to the weapon.
Find them. It won't stop firing until you shut them all down.
That was beautiful as well. I'm full of skills. Surprisingly so, considering how difficult sometimes the game could feel. Alright, so where do we go? What have we done there? All the enemies are coming from there. He's still there. Hiding. I keep forgetting I'm on Titan because my jumping abilities are significantly different. Yeah, I think I do need to go up there. And again, I made the same error. Well, that is completely not on. So come here and then I'll jump. Again, I jumped into the abyss. Don't know what the reason is. Go up there. Ammunition. Primary ammunition is full. Don't use that to my mint. This seems to be the way. That was rather good. They got their own medicine, you know. These dreadful, vicious, beastly, repugnant Taken. We hate them.
The weapon's cycling down. Let's find another channel.
Another channel. Both of them gone at once. That's pretty good. What's this? I'm not doing chasing in here. Okay. Well,
Weapons down! Kate, what's our next move?
We need that transmat zone up and running. There's a massive hull breach near your position. That'll be your best bet.
So we need to secure the transmat zone. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We are going to do that next. No, that's not the way. Oh, nearly died again. Why did this happen? Why was I so unfocused? Completed one of the bounties, Dreadnought Reconnaissance. Let's see what the bounty is about. It's about Dreadnought, right? Collect resource nodes, open chests and kill enemies in the Dreadnought. We got some worm spore, armor materials, some reputation. All looking good. Seems to me that there's something up here. Shadow CD is here. Hello Shadow, how are you doing? I'm not doing raids at the moment. The raids are all to come in after we've completed all 3 characters. And then we'll do the entire selection of raids, and we'll do them again and again. We want to complete everything else first. Big Boy is here as well, saying hello. Hello, how are you doing? Thanks very much for joining our Destiny veteran community in here. Thank you for coming, thank you for being here, thank you for watching our broadcast tonight. I guess both of you, Big Boy and Shadow, are also great Destiny fans.
Must have deployed from Phobos.
Cabal? We'll deal with them later. Secure that transmat zone.
And coming back to Destiny, do you prefer Destiny 1 or Destiny 2? Which is frequently dividing our community. Some people think that Destiny 2 was not very good, or that it isn't very good. Les Orman is here. Hello, how are you doing? Thanks very much for joining us here. Thank you for joining our community. Thank all of you. I can see all 3 of you are relatively new to this channel. I've not seen you during my broadcast before, so I welcome you all. But thank you very much for choosing this channel for your Destiny viewings. Shadow says Destiny 1 is a lot better. Yeah, many people say that. But I think Destiny 2, with the recent additions, you know, with seasons and other things which they introduced after Destiny 2 Forsaken, has elevated the game somewhat. But still, it feels like a different game. In actual fact, when you play it, you feel it was done by a different developer. You know, you don't feel it's the same Bungie that would have done Destiny 1. But I quite like the RPG element, the fact it's got more dialogue, you know. I like it all, really. Big Boy is asking me to do PvP. I'm not doing any PvP at the moment. I'm not doing any Crucible. In fact, at the moment I'm also promoting Apex Legends. So if you want PvP, join Apex Legends and we can sort of hook up in that. I've been doing it for the last, well, 2.5 weeks now. And we had lots of PvP. Well, every battle is PvP against, you know, many other contestants in there. So it's been really good fun. But on Destiny I'm not doing it at the moment. So for you guys that have just joined, this is Titan, my third character on Destiny, and I'm kind of building up his abilities. You'll be able to see he's currently on 390 light, level 40, and I have also two other characters, Warlock and Hunter. They're roughly the same. Hunter and Warlock, I think 393, 394. So with Titan we are still playing our story missions. So we just started the Taken King yesterday, and we are carrying on. Many more missions to be had really on the story missions front with my Titan. You guys, if you're interested in PvP, what you can do is post it to my Twitter, and you can just simply, you know, state I'm looking for PvP partners for Crucible, Destiny 1, and then state the platform, PC, Xbox or PS4, right? And then people will come in, because many people teamed up for the channel, either via Twitch or Twitter. And Twitter is the best because obviously Twitch stream will present messages as we are live on air, but with Twitter you have 24/7 access to hashtags. So there were several people a few months ago who were looking for Xbox One partners, you know, and or Xbox partners, and I left several messages in there, and I did find them. You know, people did come in, and they were very, very happy and grateful because they had a new squad to do PvP. They were doing Crucible and they were doing also raids on Xbox. So that's one of the best ways of doing it, you know, simply writing a message to my Twitter saying, hello everyone, we are looking for some teammates for PvP or for, you know, strikes and raids on Destiny 1, playing on PlayStation, Xbox or PC. Hashtag it, a few hashtags, and you'll get those guys coming in. Maybe not on the same day, because not many people are playing Destiny 1 at the moment, but, you know, they will come in. Beastly Knight there is being a busybody, very happy to be attacking me from all sides. And there we are. Patrol beacon in here.
Activating transmat link. Our ship is inbound.
Hey Zavala, Want to know what a transmat zone on the Dreadnought looks like?
You landed a Guardian on the Dreadnought without authorization?
Oh, right. Can I have authorization?
Cade
We'll discuss it later.
mischievous.
Guardian, take care of that tank, or the transmat zone won't matter.
Oh, we need to eliminate the tank now, right. See what I got. Don't have a lot of ammunition for my fusion rifle, which actually will do well with the tank.
I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them.
I do need some of that heavy ammunition. Ah. Again, line of sight of that tank.
I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them.
Missed it.
I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them.
I'm gaining a line of sight in that. Ah well, we'll get it eventually.
I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them.
Just for a split second.
I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them.
I don't want that anymore.
I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them. bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them. I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them.
Wretched thingy in there.
I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them. I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them.
as you could see, I'm having some difficulty with that tank. The tank seems to be really strong on everything really so far. And I really need to get on, so I'll have to discontinue the broadcast in a few minutes and losing concentration now because I'm in a hurry. It's the worst thing that can happen. And we'll get there, just need to be really focused and get it all done.
I'll bring down some ammo crates from the ship. You're going to need them.
Guardian, Cade just briefed us on your unorthodox mission. Your victory, no matter the method, is a Vanguard victory. You have our thanks.
Everyone loves a bad idea when it works. Now, excuse me, Guardian, I have to go have an uncomfortable conversation with Eris about her ship. Get home safe.
Thank you, sir. I shall do indeed. Fear God, honor the King. In fact, I managed to finish the mission just as I was coming to the end of my broadcast time. So, as you could see, this has been successfully completed. I'm very happy because this tank was giving me some headache, and also some of the enemies. But all done and dusted, all completed, so all very good. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Hope you enjoyed the firefights. We had quite a few, and this mission is one of my favorite missions of the Taken King. Definitely very, very intriguing and very feisty. Lots of different firefights. Quite difficult at the end for anyone who's trying to do it all by himself. And as you could see, some of the matches are redesigned to be fought together in a team, but nevertheless very enjoyable and indeed very entertaining. So we have a number of engrams in here by the looks of it, but there is another one. Okay, Titan Codex 3, training focused on battle recovery and speed. We are going to enable that. And as I said, well, we go very quickly back to the tower, but I'm really sort of rushing it because the time is up for tonight. And as I said, we are going to have no all-nighters anymore. All of our streams are going to be happening during the day hours and the early evening hours. So that's the going back to my usual schedule. I've been drawn to the late night schedules because of the interest coming from, you know, the US and other time zones. But as I'm based in London, UK, it is a bit too taxing on me, I'm afraid. And I can only do basically what I can do, and that's really during the day. And basically we are going to be now coming back to the tower, very quickly have a look, do some decoding, some admin, and then we are going to be bringing this broadcast to its end. And then we'll continue tomorrow with another Destiny broadcast. As you know, we return back to our Destiny world. We have plenty to do in Destiny 1 still, and then Destiny 2 Forsaken is to follow. There we are, very quickly we need to go to Master Rahul. There he is. We have a few engrams there, as you could see. So there's some chest armor, which I think probably not as strong as we would like it to be. Yeah, as I suspected, 385, and anything which is 391 and above. And then very quickly we need to go to Zavala, I think, or even to Cade. Cade was my commander for this mission, which was somewhat clandestine, not authorized by the main Supreme Commander.
This Oryx thing caught us with our pants down.
Coming back to Cade.
How's it feel to have the keys to a dreadnought?
I ran ops before, lots actually, but that was in the top few of flawless successes. You are welcome, sir.
We're gonna rip that beast wide open. But my wings are clipped. Go talk to Zavala.
So now is the time to talk to
Do
Zavala.
something meaningful with your life.
Good work, Guardian. Oryx has bled us. It's time we bleed him in return.
The Cabal may be an army of thugs, but they don't do things by half measure. If anyone will have details on Oryx's location, they will. We're not going to be accepting this mission right now because I like accepting the mission, you know, as I progress with my broadcast. So this is going to be our first mission tomorrow when we resume with our Destiny world. So that's about it for today. We are going to be going just outside. We'll have a look at the scenic views, and then we will say goodbye and good night to everyone. Hope you guys are enjoying our Destiny broadcast. Hope you enjoyed the battles and the firefights tonight. We've had quite a few. Well, we can't see anything very much in there for some reason. And there we are.
I can take care of that.
Somewhat better, but you know. And hope you enjoyed all of our firefights and the missions we fought tonight. A bit of a shortish stream, as you know, usually my streams are 5 to 7 hours long. But as I said, this is due to rescheduling and also to some of the promotion which I was running during the last few weeks. And we are going to be having Destiny, we're going to have some Apex, and then there will be Anthem. Anthem is being released tomorrow, and I was intending to broadcast it from tomorrow, but it's been marred by complaints on glitches and various other technical issues and many other issues which would have transpired since last week, and I think I'll wait a bit for all of that to be resolved, because I do not like breaking up broadcasts continuously, needing to reload the game, and you know, doing all sorts of things which are causing many troubles. The Anthem demo had many glitches. It was very enjoyable when it worked, but I think it'll take them probably a couple of weeks to resolve everything. So tomorrow is the big day. We are obviously keeping our eyes and ears on everything coming our way from BioWare and various other video gaming portals. The initial reception last week was lukewarm, perhaps even negative, and I'm not sure as to why. Lots of people quite biased towards Anthem, I guess, and they said that everything they've seen was very similar to Destiny. That was not my experience, but you know, we have to see how everything evolves. I wish obviously BioWare and the team good luck tomorrow. I want everyone to be very excited, very energetic, very forward-thinking, and indeed very adventurous when it comes to exploring the Anthem universe. We are going to be joining a bit later than planned, and as I said, the sole reason for that is all of those technical problems which are plaguing many different platforms that are accessing Anthem already. And it's always nice to be able just to have plain sailing like we do Destiny now, you know, no problems, no troubles, all glitches resolved, and that's the idea. So on that note, I shall wish you all a very good night, and obviously I hope that you are going to join us tomorrow for another Destiny broadcast. I wish you all a very good night.
Okay, Ichorus.